I'm a freelance writer, editor and researcher. The two main areas that I cover are social and environmental issues from a consumer or a sort of fairly local perspective. So I do a lot of work for publications like The Big Issue in the North on stories like allotment closures, environmental developments, and then also I work quite a lot around issues in the Middle East, and I've done a lot of magazine writing, particularly on Palestine, but on other social and political issues in that part of the world.
I'm working for the Women's Design Service, and my role is a community development worker, and I helped to set up a group in Manchester which is a group of volunteers who are becoming experts on issues to do with gender and architecture and planning, so that we can act as a kind of lobby group to promote best practice by engaging with the people that make decisions about the way that streets and parks and houses and neighbourhoods are designed. Obviously the members are all over the northwest, but I'm based in the office most of the time.
Well, we're an environmental arts social enterprise and focus, like all of our work, kind of mainly around young people, children or young offenders, and carry out projects kind of around Manchester, usually on site, and kind of involve as much of the community as we can. So every week it's different, really. All of the events in Patfields Park you kind of get involved with through our relationship with the Friends of the Park. So you get to know kind of the local community that way, and projects further afield.
First thing I do is new project development, so OpenSpace being part of that. I'm also working on things like the Carbon Co-op, which is a project thing with URBED, Urban Design Practice, and that's about bringing people together to bulk buy low carbon technologies like solar PV and insulation, that sort of thing. Research as well, critical research on regeneration, and I've founded the Urban Research Collective, which is a group of researchers and activists who are opposed to regeneration and looking at positive, alternative ways where we can incorporate the people that live here into a sustainable future. And then finally also do marketing work for voluntary sector organisations, local community organisations as well.
Well, my job is I'm a cartoonist. I do a bit of prop building to one side, but primarily I'm a cartoonist for like political organisations, New Internationalist, Friends of the Earth, Ethical Consumer, people like that. You know, anybody I can get to publish my somewhat confrontational point of view with the political world. There's a really big project at the moment. I'm doing a book with New Internationalists and Friends of the Earth International, and it's like a history of the world, a cartoon history of the world, but from a radical perspective, trying to sort of say that the kind of history we're taught tends to neglect a lot of stuff from the past, simply because it's politically convenient to focus on the West and to focus on Europe.
Ecobee is a web design and development cooperative. We design and develop websites and build them. We set that up 2 years ago, but it's only me and Luke, so it's like the smallest co-op that you could have with 2 people. But we're getting a lot of sort of charities and other cooperatives and voluntary community sector people who want to come and work with us, because we are sort of quite clear about our ethical policies, and we are a cooperative. Ecobee is a not-for-profit cooperative, such that any profit at the end of the year is either put back into the business or donated to charity, rather than being paid in dividends to its directors or anything like that. EcoBee did do web hosting for a long time, and we recently set up EcoHost as a new cooperative to do web hosting. So we've split our services now, and EcoHost is very much about the UK-based servers running on renewable electricity. Again, it's a cooperative which we've formed with another 2 people, Nathan and Kieran. So there's 4 members of the EcoHost cooperative.